Hi, everybody. This is Texas Employee Rights Attorney Chris McKinney. Today, we're talking about the new CDC guidelines that just recently came down, changing the CDC's outlook on whether or not people who have been vaccinated from the COVID-19 virus must require to wear a mask indoors. And of course, they have lowered their expectations in this regard and said that if you're vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask indoors anymore. So the question arises, and we've been getting calls from employees on this question. Well, what if my employer continues to require me to wear a mask even though I'm vaccinated? Can my employer do that? The short answer to that is yes. Your employer is allowed to continue to require employees to wear a mask even if they are fully vaccinated. There's a lot of good reasons for that too. There may be other employees in the company that have not been vaccinated, or the employer may be concerned that clients or customers of the employer might not like seeing employees not wearing a mask or feel unsafe doing business there. So yes, employers are absolutely within their right to require employees to continue to wear a mask and practice safe social distancing practices in the workplace, even if those employees have been vaccinated. Now, what about the flip side of that question? What about an employer who is requiring employees to remove their mask if they've been vaccinated, even if they don't want to? Technically, an employer may be in its right to require its employees not to wear face coverings in the workplace, but the employer is on much sketchier legal ground in this regard for a couple of reasons. Lots of employees may have immunocompromise or other medical conditions that make them at greater risk for a virus like the COVID-19 virus. That may run afoul of the Americans with Disability Act or other laws protecting employees with healthcare conditions. In addition, just because you're vaccinated, it does mean that you are protected, generally speaking, from getting very sick or dying from the COVID virus, but it doesn't mean that your risk is zero from catching the COVID virus. You could certainly catch the virus and maybe take it home to children or others who have not yet been vaccinated. So it's perfectly reasonable for employees to wish to continue wearing a mask even if they have been vaccinated from the virus. So while employers generally do have the power to decide whether or not their employees have to wear certain safety equipment, including face coverings, I think they're on much stronger ground if they're requiring a face covering of vaccinated employees, and on much weaker ground if the employer is trying to force all of its employees to remove their masks at work. If you have any other work-related legal questions, feel free to check out our website at www.themckinneylawfirm.com. Also, please like and subscribe the video. That helps other people find us. We appreciate it very much. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.